Hello, Dragonets, and welcome to the 100 sub special. And yes, I am having comments turned off. In this special, I will be doing a voice reveal, and I'll be drawing my channel banner. So, let's get straight into it. I might reveal some info about myself, about, the fandoms I like and enjoy. So, yeah. I honestly, I don't, I have a lot of OCs on this banner, and I have Pantherwood's channel icon. Well, it's not exactly your channel icon, but you know. So let's get straight into it. And I don't know what to do. Okay. Anyway, to keep you guys entertained, like I said, I'm going to be I'm going to be talking during this. I'm just going to start off with a traditional thing that a lot of people doing channels normally do, and I should really be outlining this in black. And, sorry. And I'm going to say why I started my channel. And it's mostly because I was bored of not being able to share my work with the world. And I'm still only sharing it with 107 people, but baby steps. But yeah, thanks for 100. Oh gosh, that line isn't straight. Thank you. It's hard to draw and talk at the same time, but I swear I'll get used to it. Thank you for the 100 subs. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And also go check out Pantherwood's channel, and also Nessa Animates. Her channel is really great. She does a lot of Invader Sim stuff if you're into that fandom. So I also really was into the Undertale fandom, and I saw Gacha Life as an easy way to share my ideas. But I'm sort of getting out of Gacha Life because I now find it as sort of, I don't know, I'd rather draw their facial expressions because it seems more fun to me. And so I started drawing a lot, and so I decided, you know what, I'm just going to make a YouTube channel where I show my work. I originally intended for it to be a gaming channel, but then I sort of saw my videos as boring. But if you want me to do that kind of thing, I can do it. It's just only if you guys want me to. Of course, comments are turned off for now, so you guys can't exactly request it, but you can request it by liking the video and subscribing. Oh man, I'm sponsoring my own channel in my own YouTube video. Well, that's fine. A ton of other channel owners do it. It's not like I'm committing a crime by sponsoring my channel. Okay, that looks terrible. So yeah, I started doing my channel. It's kind of an experimentation channel. Oh, that looks better. It's kind of like an experimentation channel to see what kind of things I like doing and what kind of things I don't like doing. And turns out I tried doing Gacha Life, but it just sort of didn't work out for me. Oh, that looks better. So yeah, I might still do some Gacha Life videos, but they will not be nearly as frequent as all my others. So sorry to disappoint some of you guys who really liked my Gacha Life videos. And so I guess that answers why I made my YouTube channel. So I guess another question that is probably frequently asked is why I'm into Undertale so much. before I even played Undertale, I watched the playthrough and I instantly fell in love because I hadn't yet been made aware of the fact that video games could have multiple endings, because I was that ignorant and didn't watch that many video games. And so when I found out, I was like, "Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This game has multiple endings?" So, and then I found the Undertale AUs, and I instantly fell in love with that because all these characters were so in depth, and I can't get this line straight. It's still not. I guess that works. The pains of drawing when your lines aren't straight. But yeah, I guess the real reason is because there's so much creativity. There's so much room for creativity in the Undertale fandom. I mean, I could just create a character that's pretty much original, and all I have to do is make it a skeleton and say it's a Sans AU, and then it'll get a ton of popularity, which kind of seems like a cheat code, but I still like it. Like, I made Mirage, which a few people have seen, and I really, really, really love that character because, gosh, I know it sounds kind of selfish to really like my own character design, but basically his backstory is, he doesn't really have much of a backstory. It's basically the same as Sans' backstory, except they're on the surface, and this Sans is actually, he doesn't really have a papyrus. He's sort of just in the multiverse, kind of like the Mama CQ series. And if you watch the explanation, then but I can tell you a few things. He developed this sort of thing with his soul where, depending on his eye color, he sees different illusions. And some of them aren't too terrible, but some of them are illusions where everyone is dead. So it's kind of terrible for him. And he tries to get over it, but it's really hard. I forgot some of them. Like, I don't remember what green was, but I remember blue was he couldn't see anyone. And purple was basically the same thing as that, except, well, there were demons. He could see people that weren't there. And the people who were real, he couldn't see them. Red eyes was everyone looked dead, and black eyes, which was probably the worst because I decided black is like the most ominous color. Black eyes was, I'm trying to think. Sorry guys, it's really hard to remember this stuff. Oh yeah, black eyes was, everyone was sort of not dead, but they were like undead. But they didn't look like zombies either. The basic idea for it, they looked pretty terrifying, but I never sketched it out. It just looks really terrifying in my mind. I'm not sure. Yeah, sure. I'll outline the markings. I gave my character a bit of a redesign. Not that big of a redesign. She still has the same colors and stuff, but she has markings now and spines on her back, and her wings are now a different color. So she looks a lot more interesting, and I think I can finally say that I am done tampering with this form. Yes, I did say form. She has two different forms. One of them is a human form, and the other one is a dragon form. In my meme Break Us All, I had her in her human form. You know what? I'm just gonna, there. So, yeah, that mostly explains, a few things. But also, yeah, back on the topic of Mirage. He basically just exists in the AUs. He knows Ink, he knows Dream, he knows Air and stuff. He, yeah, like I said, there's not really much more to his character. He just sees crazy things. And he's also a lot more timid than Sans, and a lot younger than Sans as well. Back to the original topic, because I constantly get off topic way too much. That's the reason why I'm in the Undertale fandom, because I have so much room for creativity. So much. That I can just create whatever. And people will actually look at it. I mean, the Invader Sim fandom, I actually like the original. I like the original, but Undertale is the original Undertale fandom is I like it. I like playing the game. I have the game. But the AUs, I just like using the AUs. So it's really not the actual Undertale game that I love so much. I do love the game, but it's the creativity, the room for creativity that really attracted me to Undertale. And another thing people might be asking is why I love dragons so much. As a kid, gosh, this is actually a bit embarrassing, but as a kid, I used to think that dragons were real. I mean, come on. Didn't everybody? At some point, they thought dragons were real. It's just part of childhood. But I was so perplexed and amazed by a creature that huge and majestic with so much power and ability, so much power and so many abilities. I cannot speak today. It just seemed so amazing. I drew her eye wrong. It's fine. But honestly, I started collecting like little dragon figurines when I was really young. And so I still have like one or two of them, but I don't have that many anymore. And I started drawing dragons. It was like the one thing I knew how to draw. Now, I still draw dragons, as you can see, because I'm drawing one right now. And I draw a lot of OCs. Right now, I'm going to start outlining Flo, who is really... Flo is part of my own personal... I made, like, this entire universe where humans don't exist. They're on a different planet. They're not even on Earth. It might not even be part of the same universe humans are in. And Flo, there's this empire. I think I called them I forgot what I called them. I'll put it up on the screen later. But I called them something, and they were basically deemed as the perfect beings. There was supposed to be no being that was more supreme or better than them, kind of like the almighty Tallists in Invader Zim, except they had no personality and no emotions. So, and also, anyone who wasn't one of these, anyone who wasn't, whatever they're called, they were basically either imprisoned or, like, put in a really terrible paying job. And Flo, he was part of a species that I haven't named yet, but he's very interesting, because Flo here, anything he touches becomes glass. This, like, bioluminescent glass, and no one knows why. Also, in this universe, glass is super rare. So I think I call them the Icarians, something like that. They were like, oh my gosh, it's a source of glass and we don't even have to pay for it. So they kidnap him as a small little child, because that's totally fine in this universe. And they basically just keep him there. They have to teach him obedience and stuff, and they don't do it in a very nice way. They don't teach him in a very nice way. They teach him in a very mean way, and it's very sad because he doesn't even know what freedom is. Anytime he mentions it or shows any sign of wanting to be free, they sort of just say, nope, you're not allowed to think that. And then they do mean stuff to him. So, yeah. But eventually, he realizes, you know what? I don't really have to tell them. He starts becoming a little more disobedient, or a little more ambitious. And he decides one day that he's going to escape, because everything he touches is made of glass, so are the chains, which makes them super easy to break. And so he does that. He escapes, and he runs off. He doesn't really think about the implications. He's like, holy cow, I'm free. And he doesn't think that they're going to go after him, because he knows nothing about this world. He is so innocent and naive that he doesn't know what to do. He's just escaped, and he doesn't know what to do with his new freedom. So he just explores, and he meets a guy called Ruthis. Ruthis is this sort of dragon-like person. I might show a picture of him up on the screen. And he was part of a rebellion against the whatever they're called. Actually, hold on. I think I got rid of that nose design. Let me double check. Okay. This is a challenge. Actually, it's not that much of a challenge. I can just... There, he has a nose. There, he has a bigger nose. How does that look? It looks sort of cringy, but it's fine. Anyway, so Flo meets Ruthis. Ruthis is part of a rebellion, but the Carians, or whatever they're called, they just said, you know what, we're going to just destroy this rebellion. We're going to demolish it. Because they have so much power, anything they say goes. So they basically just pretty much nuked the rebellion. Yeah, so the rebellion's dead now. Or not dead, but they're disbanded. And they can't find any of the original members. So Ruthie sort of just tries to help people he can, but he doesn't really get the chance to that often. But when he finds Flo, he helps him. He helps Flo. For some reason, I'm sorry, guys. This is the first time I've ever revealed my voice, or really practiced talking to a screen. So I might be a little bit dull. Anyway, Flo, yeah. I guess I might put more about Flo in this description, but yeah. The rebellion gets quelled, but I cannot speak today. The rebellion gets quelled, and Ruthis, he helps Flo, and Flo and Ruthis live happily ever after. Psych, they don't. They have to face a ton of more challenges, but I'll leave that for you to find out when I eventually post something on their story, which might be a long time. So, just hold your horses and wait, because I can't do like 20 things at the same time. I'm already drawing a comic for my Invaders MAU. I don't need to be drawing that too, or writing it, or whatever. I am really talking slow. Glitch, his plot is so complicated, I don't even want to explain it. But basically, he is a creature made entirely of code and all of that jazz. I'll explain more when I'm coloring him in. Actually, it's fine. I can explain it now. But why didn't I do it lighter? Now I can't even tell what's the outline and what's the sketch. Good going, Dragonstar. Yeah, that looks fine. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, Glitch basically really just, he lived in code and he didn't have anyone. He didn't have family. And he watched thousands of universes until he eventually decided to invade one, alter its code so that he could be in that universe and not be attacked or anything. So he could change the code of the universe to bend to his will, which turns out wasn't a very good idea because the more he altered the code, the more it got corrupted, and yeah, all that jazz. This is... I forgot what I called him! Hold on. Okay, I remember the name of this guy now. His name is Carnage. His name, I made him a while ago. So his species name is kind of cringy. He's called the Blood Rage Spirit. Yeah, cringy, I know. Did I seriously draw Glitch and Carnage on the... Oh, glad I noticed that. I drew Glitch and Carnage on the same layer. Okay, no need to fret. No need to fret. Is that how you say it? We can just do this. Now it's on a different layer. Yay! Magic. Okay, I've outlined almost the entire thing. Now I just need to outline Glitch. But why did I say Glitch? I already outlined Glitch. I just need to outline Linnea, Delirium. So, yeah. Carnage basically just any typical thing. He wants to destroy the world. There's not much backstory. He doesn't have nearly as much backstory as the protagonist, who has almost no backstory. But yeah, he really doesn't have any backstory. The only backstory he has is he was once a life spirit, but then got changed into what he is now. And I'm drawing on the right layer, right? Okay. He got changed into what he is now because, well, he was stupid. No, I'm joking. He wasn't stupid. It's sort of like just a prophecy thing where, there's a life spirit and there's a death spirit, but there's also a blood rage spirit, which is basically just chaos. A chaos spirit. It's basically the form of rage itself. Because of balance, Ari, the life spirit, turns into Carnage, the blood rage spirit, every 100 years or so. And to make sure the world isn't destroyed, one dragon has to use the amulet to defeat Carnage and turn him back into Ari. But you can imagine that doesn't go well. Anyway, that's pretty much the entire plot because I wasn't being creative. So now I can move on to Linnea's plot. Linnea is actually part of the Undertale universe, my AU, called the Delirium 8. I think it's called Delirium Tale. Yeah, I called it Delirium Tale. I started making a trailer for Delirium Tale, and I then ended up stopping making it because I lost motivation. So I'm sorry if you guys have been waiting on that for a while, but I sort of completely lost all motivation for it. So I'm sorry about that, but I will continue it eventually. It just might take me a while because I have to animate it at 12 frames per second, and I have to animate each individual frame, and then guess what? It's over 1 minute long. It's like 2 minutes. 2 minutes of animation. So I'm sorry if you guys are getting impatient, but I have to animate like 60 times 12. You do, no, it's 120, about 120 times 12. You do the math because I'm too lazy. Just like get a calculator or something. Oh, I got all the line art done. Oh no, now I have to color in the line art. This is gonna be fun. I'm already behind schedule. No. I might do a part 2 to this. I might need to have a part 2. Alright, I think I'm satisfied with the results so far. This is also what the background looks like. It's going to look really cool. And it has the end of the video. Since you guys have 100 of you have subscribed, actually, I'm going to give you guys a little treat. This is the comic so far. If you want to read it, then, well, you can pause. Anyway, guys, goodbye. Hope you liked the video and all that stereotypical stuff YouTubers say. See you guys later, See you Dragonets later.